Okay, sige. So, naghahabol tayo at today nandito tayo sa Exodus. This is in chapter 3. So, ano ba? Should I speak in English, Tagalog, whatever? Kung sino man makakarinig nito, naririnig mo siya. Anyway, so here, chapter 3 is Moses and the burning bush. And this was when, Moses met God through the burning bush in Mount Sinai. Tapos that's when God called him because narinig ni narinig ng Panginoon, narinig ng Diyos ang tawag ng mga Israelites. Sabi dito sa chapter 2 to, ito yung ending na mga verses. Verse 23 sa chapter 2, it says here, Years passed and the king of Egypt died, but the Israelites continued to groan under their burden of slavery. They cried out for help, and their cry rose up to God. God heard their groaning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew that it was time to act. So that's when God talked with Moses. And after that, God talked with Moses sa Mount Sinai. And what I observed here was first thing. So para tong this is like a devotion, guys. Just bear with me. Basta this is like a devotion. So first thing, one day Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of the Midian. This is chapter 3, verse 1. He led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. Sa palagay ko, this was what Moses was doing regularly. Ito, yung pagtetend ng flocks. Kasi this was what he arrived to. Ito yung nadatnan ni Moses nung nag-flee siya from Egypt na ginagawa ng daughters ni Jethro, ng father-in-law niya. At sa palagay ko kumbaga kung ang daily work natin today is yung office na pinapasokan natin, gano'n. Gano'n yung sa kanila in their time na this was their normal. Ito yung usual na day nila. Kumbaga ito yung work days within the week. Sorry. And ayun, sabi dito, he led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. Di naman sinabi dito na na unusual yung pagpunta ni Moses sa Mount Sinai. Pero sinabi na pumunta siya sa wilderness. Tapos pumunta sa Sinai. 'Di ba? He led the flock far into the wilderness. So the flock was left in the wilderness. Tapos he came to Sinai. Parang ganun. So, wala. Parang ito yung usual na routine ni Moses, I believe. Pero at the same time, ayun, parang it was something that he did during his work. Parang break time niya. Tapos pumunta siya sa Sinai. Do you get me? Parang ganun. And that's when God called him. He was amazed by this burning bush. Sabi, parang, there the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. This is verse 2 bale. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. Sabi ni Moses, Moses said to himself, "This is amazing. Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go see it." So it's something Moses was doing normally, no, every day. Kung a-apply ko to sa sarili ko, it's me everyday doing quotations. Pero there's something that caught his eye. This is amazing. I must see it. Parang na-pick yung curiosity na-pick, na-pick, na basta nakuha yung curiosity, yung interest ni Moses. Sabi niya, I must go see it. That's verse 3. Verse 4. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called him from the middle of the bush. Moses, Moses. Sorry, so sweet. When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look. So here's the thing. We are all busy with everything in life, all of our responsibilities specifically. We're all busy. Lahat tayo busy, lahat tayo talaga. However, when you come to take a closer look, just like what Moses did, his his curiosity was picked. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but nakuha yung curiosity niya. Sabi niya, this is amazing. Amazing to. Parang kakaiba yun di ba? When we notice that and we come to take a closer look and God sees that, it's His invitation for us to come closer to Him as well. So we really need to draw nearer to Him before He actually shows us even something greater. Kasi it's already, di ba? What Moses already saw was amazing. Amazing na yun para sa kanya. Pero he didn't stop there na-amaze siya. He looked into it closer. Ang gulo ng buhok ko. Tapos that's when God called him, Moses, Moses. Tapos nag-reply si Moses, Here I am. Sabi sa verse 5, Do not come any closer, the Lord warned. Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground. This is holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. Siyempre, no? Si God na yan eh. He's a holy God. Totoo yun. Kung sino yung unholy, tas mapupunta sa presensya ng Panginoon. Totoo yun, you'll get burned up. Kasi God can tolerate unholiness in His presence. Pero in verse 7 says, Then the Lord told him, I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. Yes, I am aware of their suffering. Aware si Lord sa suffering ng mga tao niya. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Canaanites, the Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look, verse 9. The cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egypt the Egyptians abused them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people, Israel, out of Egypt. So this was God's instruction. Ito yung actually nilayout dito ng Panginoon kung bakit niya to pinapagawa kay Moses. Because ayan, narinig niya. Una nagpakilala si Lord. I am the God of your father, your ancestors, God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Nire-remind ni Lord si Moses of his, well, of his roots. Because Hebrew si Moses, di ba? Who was adopted by um, the Egyptian princess. So, niremind ni Lord si Moses unang-una sa kung sino siya, sino si Lord, at the same time, kung sino si Moses. So, this is God, the God of your ancestors. And your ancestors are this. Doon pa rin. Doon pa rin nag-start the Panginoon. Tapos, sinabi ng Lord, ito yung nangyayari sa mga tao ko. And I have decided na ito yung gagawin ko. And this is what I will be doing. Tapos ito yung sabi ng Panginoon, now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people, Israel. You must lead my people out of Egypt. Yun yung instruction ni Lord kay Moses. Nilayout na ni Lord yung plano. O ito yung purpose natin. Ito yung dahilan bakit ginagawa natin to. Oppressed yung Israelites. Narinig ko yung prayers nila, yung groans nila. I have seen their suffering. This is my heart. Ito yung puso ng Panginoon. Ito yon. And this is what we will be doing. Sabi niya. Sabi ni Lord kay Moses. Verse 11. Verse 11. But Moses protested to God. This is all of us. This is all of us. But Moses protested to God. Who am I to appear before the Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? Sino ba ako? Sino ba ako? Sino ako? Bakit ako? Sino ba ako? Tapos alam nyo ba, katapat nitong verse na to, yung chapter 3 verse 11, yung chapter before na, di ba, yung history ni Moses, parang nakita niyang inaaway ng isang, well, slave driver. Nakita niyang inaaway ng isang Egyptian slave driver, yung isang Hebrew, Israelite. Tapos ang ginawa ni Moses, di ba, pinatay niya yung Egyptian. Katapat nitong verse na to, yung kababasa ko kanina, yung who am I, yung yung sabi nung Hebrew sa kanya. Sabi dito, sa ano to, chapter 2 verse 14. The man replied, who appointed you to be our prince and judge? Are you going to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? Katapat nito yon. Katapat nung who appointed you to be our prince and judge. Tapos ito yung sabi ni Moses kay Lord. But Moses protested to God. Who am I to appear before the Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? So sa una, magigets ko pa to eh. Kasi nga, oo naman, sino ba ako? I mean, I have nothing on my credentials, on anything at all. I have nothing on me that is worth, kumbaga, using or something, a skill that can be used as God's spokesperson sa Pharaoh, sa isang hari, sa isang presidente. Who am I? 'Di ba? Oo, he has that history. I believe he was trained. Alam mo kung narinig niyo na 'tong ganitong interpretation. Pero itong ganitong context na he was raised in the royal family of the Egypt kasi nga he was adopted by the princess, 'di ba? However, sasabihin niya pa rin 'to, sasabihin niya pa rin 'to, I believe he has the skills, but oo, time time passed by already. Hindi kasi sinabi dito kung gaano katagal, pero sabi lang, one day Moses was standing. This is when God called him. Pero ayun, I believe, so medyo matagal na rin from before he left Egypt. Pero he was trained. He has the foundational skills, knowledge on how to be a spokesperson before anyone who is royal. Kasi he was from there. Ay, wait lang. It's already 6 a.m. So he has that background. He has that background. So, ayun, ang concentration ni Moses sa protest na 'to. Who am I? Sino ako? Who am I? Who am I? The Lord of all the earth. Who am I? Yung concentration niya, siya eh. Kung ano yung credentials ko, kung ano yung kaya kong gawin. Yun yung concentration ni Moses sa protest na 'to. Sabi sa verse 12, God answered, I will be with you, and this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. Kung ako si Moses, malabo 'to, malabo 'to. Kung ako si Moses, I swear, sasabihin ko dun sa second na statement, dun sa, "And this is your sign." Oh my gosh, it's all making sense. Kung ako lang, malabo yun, malabo talaga, guys. Kasi yung sign mo na pinili ka ng Lord ay yung magwo-worship pa lang ang mga tao. And when you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. So, babalik ka pa muna, 'di ba? Babalik ka pa muna para makita mo yung sign na ikaw nga yung pinili ng Panginoon. Excuse me. Pero kasi yung sentence ng Lord, sabi ni Moses, "Sino ba ako? Sino ba ako para magsalita sa harap ng Paraon? Sino ba ako para manguna sa mga tao ng Israel palabas ng Ehipto?" Ang sagot ng Panginoon, "Kasama mo ko. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what you have or what you don't have. When God says, I will be with you, it doesn't matter. I will be with you." And I believe that's all that you need to continue to move forward. Because obedience comes first before you see the sign. Because it said here, diba? God answered, I will be with you. So sasamahan ka ng Panginoon. And this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. Only after your obedience will you be able to actually see the evidence that you are the one chosen by God. That you, that the God whom you're doing it for is the real God. Because it's not about you really. It's about His story done in your life. This is your sign that I am the one. Ito yung magiging, ano ba yung sign? Ito yung magiging tanda na ako nga yung nagpadala sa'yo. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, kapag nakaalis na, nakaalis na kayo ng mga Israelita sa Ehipto, sasambahin mo ang Diyos sa bundok na ito. Wala pa ako dun. But I just see. Kaya siguro sobrang nagniningning noon yung mukha ni Moses sa pagbaba niya from Mount Sinai when he worshiped God. It was his revelation that it was God who sent him to do everything that was already done. Yung pangyayari ng mga plagues, yung paghahati ng Red Sea para makadaan ng mga Israelita. All of those already happened when he came back to Mount Sinai. And that's when he encountered God and he realized that, oo nga, ito nga yung pinapagawa mo sa akin. Ito nga yun. And this is taking too long na. And that was what's God's response, no, to Moses. But Moses protested again. If I go to the people of Israel and tell them, the God of your ancestors has sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? Feeling ko nangaasar na lang dito si Moses. Pero syempre, tao rin kasi siya. Marami siyang doubts. Marami siyang questions. Ako kasi, yung tipo ng taong lay out to me yung instructions, initial instructions. At initially, sabihin kong naintindihan ko yung proseso, yung gagawin. Pero, sasabihin ko na, yes, I understood, but I will have questions along the way. Ito si Moses, feeling ko ayaw niya lang talaga gawin yung pinapagawa ni Lord. Pero hindi ba lahat tayo ayaw naman natin gawin? Mahirap eh, mahirap. Mahirap ang laki nito. God replied to Moses, I am who I am. Actually, up to this day, I still don't understand. Pero feeling ko ito yung Yahweh. I still don't fully understand everything the Bible says. I'm still learning. We're all still learning. So, I am who I am. Say to the people of Israel, I am has sent me to you. God also said to Moses, say this to the people of Israel, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my eternal name, my name to remember for all generations. Now go! Pangalawa na to. Now go and call together all the elders of Israel. Tell them, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors. Pangatlo na to ni Lord. Kung sino siya, the God of your ancestors. Told me, I have been watching closely. Hindi lately ha. Closely. And I see how the Egyptians are treating you. Nakikita ko kung paano ka tratuhin. Ay tratuhin ng mga Egyptians. I have promised to rescue you from your oppression in Egypt. I will lead you to a land flowing with milk and honey. I believe yung promise ni Lord kay Abraham is to take him to the land flowing with milk and honey. Pero yung rescuing from the oppression in Egypt, prerequisite yon para mangyari yung pangako ng Panginoon kay Moses. Ay, kay Abraham, sorry. Prerequisite yung pagre-rescue ni Lord sa mga Israelites from Egypt para mangyari yung land flowing with milk and honey. That's why it was part of His promise. My gosh, God is so amazing. When God promised you something, He will do every prerequisite of that promise para mabuo yung pangako niya sa'yo. He will do everything. He will do everything. He will do everything. Lahat ng kukumpleto sa'yo. Ito siguro yung sinasabi. And then your joy will be complete. I'll check that. Ayan. The land where the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. The elders of Israel will accept your message. Then you and the elders must go to the king of Egypt and tell him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So please let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. But I know God is already unveiling. But I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless a mighty hand forces him. So I will raise my hand and strike the Egyptians, and performing all kinds of miracles among them. You see, I realized here, well, NLT tong translation. NLT tong version of it. At na-realize ko rito na hindi lahat ng miracles ng Panginoon ay magandang pangyayari. Pero it's to display His power. Kasi yung miracles na tinutukoy niya rito, yung plagues, di ba? Then at last, He will let you go. And I will cause the Egyptians to look favorably on you. They will give you gifts when you go, so you will not leave empty-handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of silver and gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbors, and from the foreign women in their houses. You will dress your sons and daughters with these, stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. Simula pa lang to. Simula pa lang to ng gagawin ni Lord. Well, ginawa na niya. Kasi history to. Nang ginawa na niya. Pero simula pa lang. Ano takeaways natin? Number 1, God will show you amazing things. God will show you amazing things even in your busy, everyday, mundane tasks in life. Your response should be, number 1, to be amazed. Siyempre, amazing yun eh. To be amazed. But also, number 2, to take a closer look on things. Don't just look at things plainly on how they are. Be amazed. Wow, amazing. Okay, let's go on with life. But look at things on how God orchestrated them to be. Look at things through the eyes of God, I guess. Let your eyes, your mind be opened and try to see things like Christ. Number two, God will remind you of who He is and who you are. Who He is? Well, He's God. He's the one who created the heavens and the earth. He hangeth upon the earth upon nothing. He's the God who has known you even before you were even created in the womb. He's your maker. He's your father. He's your best friend. He's everything. And who you are? You're a child of God. You're a son, a daughter of God. Well, as long as you believe in what Jesus did, diba? John 1:12. That's how God sees you. God will remind you of who He is and who you are. And of course, God will lay you the instructions. God will reveal you the instructions, the things that He wants to do through your life. Papakita sa'yo ng Panginoon, nak, ito gagawin natin. And oo, syempre, overwhelm ka, diba? Sabihin mo, ba't ako, Lord? Parang si Moses, why me? Who am I? God will show you the instructions, initial instructions. So, syempre, sabihin mo, sino ba ako? Pero ang magiging reassurance sa'yo ng Lord, I will be with you. I will be with you. Who can be against you? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what could stand against? I will be with you. Obedience comes before your evidence that you are doing things the way God tells you to do. Obedience comes first. Obedience starts. Obedience. And, di ba? No, everything else will follow. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all things shall be added. So, ano pa lang to guys. Hindi ko na to i-edit kasi it takes time. And I wanna do this at sana daily thing. I'll keep you posted. Pero I'm trying to make habol. Konyo! Naghahabol ako. Kasi dapat nasa ano na ako eh. 16 na ako. And I'm still in chapter 3. Let's do this with the Lord. Ayun. So excited to share more revelations from God. Let's go! God bless you, brother. God bless you, sister. And I hope, I pray that God will fill you with peace, with joy, with love all the days of your life. God bless you. God bless you. God bless po. Bye.